guys, welcome back to my channel. It is currently 11:19 a.m. I started drinking at 9:30 in the morning Mimosas, which is a breakfasty brunch cocktail. I'm currently on my third one and I haven't eaten anything yet today, which is an issue because, like, why did I think it was a good idea to start drinking on an empty stomach? Like, that's never a good idea. But I think I want to make a cake. So my favorite cake that I like to make is chocolate cake, specifically devil's food, because it's like richer with vanilla frosting. And I usually go to Aldi about every 2 weeks when I get paid. So I get paid on like Friday, and then usually like that Saturday morning I'll go to Aldi and get, you know, groceries for the next like couple of weeks. So it's probably been like a month that I got this, and it's just been sitting in my pantry. But I was at Aldi one Saturday morning doing my grocery shopping, and I saw this at the store and it just looked really good. And then I've had this before, Betty Crocker. Aldi sells like a lot of not like name brand like products. So when I saw Betty Crocker, I was like, all right, like that's legit. But then there's like this Baker's Corner vanilla frosting, rich and creamy. Looks pretty good. I'm sure it's like, you know, very similar to like a Betty Crocker brand you would get, or Duncan Hines or whatever. So I don't know, it just looks really good. So I decided to pick some up, and I think I'm gonna make it today because I don't know, I'm not doing anything else. Like, it's Sunday, I've been drinking mimosas like I said. I think I'm gonna make like some breakfast first. I made Joey breakfast this morning and he went to go to work. He's working like a half shift today, giving out COVID vaccines, so that's really cool. Like, he's actually gonna be like giving out like the vaccines, like giving shots to people, so that's cool. So he's doing that today. He picked up, like, this is like an extra shift, so he's there right now. So I'm home alone, but I made him breakfast this morning. That was the point of this little segment. I made him eggs and bacon and toast and his coffee while he was like showering. And there's still like some bacon left. The only bread we have is like wheat bread, which I don't love, so I'm gonna skip that part. But I'll probably have like a couple pieces of bacon and like some eggs. So I'm gonna make those quick, try to sober up. But like, I'm still gonna be drinking because there's still more Prosecco left. I got this bottle, the Cupcake Vineyards, which I like, and it's Prosecco, and there's still this much left. And like, once you like pop the cork on it, like it expands, so you can't like cover it. And I know my mom tries to like take paper towels and like put it in to like, it doesn't do anything. So I'm probably gonna drink the whole bottle. So even if I eat, it's probably not gonna be great, but it'll definitely help. And we actually have these super big rolls that Joey's mom got us from this, like, it's like some like truck stop, but they have like a bakery. It's the Pine Cone Restaurant and Bakery. Y'all gotta see these rolls. They are huge. So I'm probably actually gonna have one of these with my eggs, because it's just like, I don't like wheat bread, but these are just like white bread, like rolls. So I'm probably gonna have one of those and eat that quick, and then I will be back to make this. And I think I'm actually going to attempt to cover it in fondant, which I haven't done since probably I was in culinary school. But I bought like this whole tub of fondant because I'm like, I want to teach myself how to like apply it to a cake and make it look good, even though I went to school for that. But it wasn't long enough where it like actually stuck and I was like able to get better. Like we only did it like a few times. So I think I'm gonna roll out some fondant and cover the cake, and we'll see how that goes. But first up is breakfast. Alright, here we go, Sunday morning breakfast. Now look at this fancy thing. Joey and I finally got like a little egg holder, and I'm like obsessed with it. We call it the egg decatur. If y'all are fans of Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, the original 1973 with Gene Wilder, you'll know about the egg decatur. But I love it. So got my butter melted. About to add some eggs and have some Sunday breakfast. Brunch at this point because it's 11:27. So here we go. Okay, here's our finished breakfast. We've got 2 eggs over hard. Hopefully they turned out over hard because that's how I like them. And 2 slices of bacon. Now, I do like bacon, but usually like I can't even eat that many. I think I made about 9 strips, which was basically what would fit in the pan. Joey ate 4, I had 2, so there's still like 3 left. I can't eat a lot of bacon though. Like, I feel like the most I could eat is like 3 strips, maybe 4 if I'm like really hungry. But I think 2 will be okay. So I'm gonna eat breakfast, keep drinking my mimosas because I'm finishing that bottle, otherwise it's gonna go to waste, and I hate wasting anything, so I need to finish it, and then we will start baking. Okay, so it has been 2 hours since I last filmed. I had my breakfast. I stopped after my 3rd mimosa, and I'm definitely feeling a lot better. I was like feeling it. And I'm still like feeling it a little bit, but it's definitely gotten a lot better. I don't even know how I got that bad. I guess since I drank mostly on an empty stomach, because by the time I was eating, I was already on my 3rd mimosa. But like the first one was mostly orange juice, and then I guess the 2nd and 3rd were about like half and half, so I guess that's why. And the glass was like, it was a pretty large glass. It was like, this was the glass I used. It's like in the sink, so it's dirty and gross looking. But it was a pretty large glass, so I guess that's why. So anyways, I have my 2 pans greased, and I'm about to mix this all together. Super easy. Just follow the instructions on the box, and we're gonna pop this guy in the oven and get to trying to make a cake. So here's our mixture all mixed. This is 1 1/4 cups of water, 1/2 cup of vegetable oil, and 3 eggs. So we are going to pour this into our 2 cake rounds and put it in the oven for, I think I'm going to start it off at about 25 minutes. Thinking it's probably going to take about 25 to 30 minutes for them to bake. But we're going to start it off at about, maybe I'm even going to do 20 just to be extra safe, because I don't want to over bake them and then have them be garbage and all dried out and gross, because the point of devil's food is to be super moist and delicious, and I definitely don't want to ruin it. So I think I'm going to start it out at 20 and then check on it after that and see if we need to add more time. Okay, so the oven just went off, and as you can see, I've checked both cakes, and after 20 minutes, they are both done. So I'm really glad I ended up setting the timer for 20 minutes and not 25 or 30, because they definitely would have been overcooked. They're perfectly done, so I'm gonna let them cool for a few minutes, then flip them out onto a wire rack and let them cool completely, and then we will start icing them. Hey guys, so not even gonna lie, it's been a couple hours since I last filmed. Both the cakes are out of the pan. We have cake number 1 on my little cake spinner and cake number 2 just on a plate. So I was going to use the like pre-made frosting, but then I was like, I don't think like just the one like bottle of it would be enough to like fill the cake and then like ice the whole thing. So I remembered I bought heavy cream specifically to use for cakes. So I have like a bunch. I have 1, 2, then I have a third. I have like 3, which I never usually keep heavy cream in my house because I feel like I just don't use it and then it goes bad, but it actually stays good for a while. Like this one is good until like April 13th, which is still like a couple months away. So I'm going to take this one that I have. It's just a pint, a little one, but like if you've ever made whipped cream from scratch, like 1 pint, you know, it kind of like doubles in size, so it will definitely be enough. So I'm gonna whip that up. I just use heavy cream, some sugar and vanilla extract, and it all, like how much sugar and vanilla extract you use kind of depends on like, you know, how sweet you want it to be, or like how much like flavoring you want it to have of like the vanilla. So that you just kind of do by like your own taste. Obviously start off with like smaller portions and then, you know, add more until it tastes how you want it to taste. So I'm going to whip that up really quick and then start icing my cake. So when you first start whipping your heavy cream, you want to kind of like take a large like towel or something, kitchen towel, so not like huge, but you know, and wrap it kind of around the mixer and just turn it all the way up to 10, which is the highest setting, and just let it go, and that will get it to that like whipped cream consistency very quickly. You gotta be careful. Make sure you don't over whip it, because if you over whip it, it will turn into butter and then, you know, it's not usable. But I've never done that, and I've been making whipped cream for a long time. So, you know, just keep an eye on it. And then once it starts getting to that like thicker consistency, that's when you want to slow it down and then start adding your sugar and vanilla extract. Alright, so here is my whipped cream all finished. I like it on the thicker side, so here it is. I didn't really measure, the sugar I didn't really measure, I just put some in, and the vanilla extract I did 1 tablespoon, and I tasted it and it tastes delicious. Not too sweet. I feel like there's definitely times when it has been a little too sweet, which like, I don't know. You don't want to go too sweet because you have the cake and that's like sweet and like rich. So I feel like you don't want to go too crazy. So this is like really good because you get like a little hint of sweet, but it's not too overpowering. So now we're gonna come over here. We are going to kind of cut this so it's even and start filling. Alright y'all, I feel like I'm back in school all over again. I got all my tools out, took out the serrated knife, took off the top layer so the cake was flat, got my bench scraper, got my whole bowl, got my small offset spatula, my regular like straight spatula. And then I have a really big offset spatula, but it got stuck in our like drawer one time, this was years ago, and bent it so bad where it's like I can't even use it. Like, do we see this? It's like annoying. So I like can't even use that one. But it's coming along. I have all the tools, but I like don't know what I'm doing. But I'm trying, and that's all that counts, so I'm gonna keep going. Alright, so I just put the second cake on top, as you can see. Looks like a giant whoopie pie. Oh my god, yes! Okay, but, so I think it's like the same thing where you take off the top layer so it's flat, but then you flip the cake upside down so that it's like super flat, so basically like the bottom is the top. And it's kind of looking a little wonky, especially here. I don't know, my cakes always like go like downward at one part. Like it's like never like just perfectly straight. Like this one's pretty darn close except like this one spot, which is kind of annoying. But time to get this whole cake iced and let's see what it looks like when it's done. Okay, you guys, check it out. I just finished and I'm actually not mad at it. So I ended up using like all the whipped cream. This is just like the extras I scraped around the sides. So this is the whole cake and it's not perfect. Like you could see some cake here, and maybe I'll use that extra whipped cream and just kind of like fill in these spots, but like I'm not mad at it. I mean, it's a little lopsided, like there's that one spot where it does kind of like go down a little bit, but overall I'm actually like really impressed with myself. And yeah, so this is gonna be dessert for the next couple of nights. I literally made like a whole ass cake for no reason. Like I want to like bring this to somebody's house and be like, here, because I realistically don't need a whole cake, but it's happening, so here it is. Okay, y'all, so I tried to fix it up as best as I could, and looks a little better. I don't know. Oh, there's still a spot there. You know what? It ain't perfect, but I think it's pretty darn good. I'm like pretty impressed about it. I wish I had like some decoration. Maybe I'll take a little bit of the cake and like crumble it, maybe around the sides or on top. I think I might have like some writing icing, but then I don't know what to do. I feel like it like looks too plain and I want to do like something, but I also don't want to like go crazy. Also, I don't think I'm gonna do fondant. I know I said I was going to in the beginning of the video, but to be honest, I really don't like the taste of fondant. I feel like if it's already on a cake, I wouldn't like take it off. Like there are some people that will take it off and just eat like the cake and the icing. I wouldn't do that. I would like probably eat it, but I don't know. I just don't feel like doing that at this point. And I feel like for me it would like ruin the cake because it's not something I love, but I also feel like this is the best looking cake that I've made, and like pretty much like except that one part that kind of goes down, the rest of it is pretty flat and like pretty damn good. So like I am kind of tempted to roll some out and try to cover it. I don't know what to do. And Joey just called me. He's about to be home and like he has to make his dinner. So I don't know. I want to like clean up and get out of here so he has room for his dinner. But I'm definitely going to put this in the fridge for now because it's whipped cream, needs to be refrigerated. And maybe I'll end up doing it later. I don't know. We shall see. Hey guys, so it is much later in the night now. I decided not to cover the cake in fondant just because I wasn't really feeling it. I don't know, like I want to practice fondant work, but I don't want to like waste it at the same time because it's expensive. but it's literally like, I've had it just sitting in the box that I bought it in for like at least a year, maybe more. So, I don't know. But I ended up having a piece and it was so good. I could honestly like eat more, but I don't want to like be a pig. And I actually ended up sending like half of the cake home with Joey's sister's husband stopped over and like brought us some food, and like they were hanging out for a little while, and I ended up sending half the cake back with him for them to have, because like realistically I don't need a whole cake just for myself. Like Joey doesn't eat it, and after like 2-3 days the whipped cream like starts getting hard and it's like not good anymore. Like I only have half the cake and I'm probably not even going to be able to like eat all that before it like goes bad. So I'm glad I was able to like give some away, and I know they'll like actually eat it and everything. So yeah, didn't end up covering the cake, but glad I was able to give some to people who will eat it and enjoy it. But yeah, maybe next time I make a cake, or I'll make like something like smaller, like maybe I'll do cupcakes and then try that. I don't know. I really want to like work with fondant more, but I don't know. The whole like thought of it kind of stresses me out. So I don't know, you guys. But I hope you like this video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.